We are Andrew and Gaia Grant, a husband and wife team that's been teaching creative thinking and innovation for about 25 years all over the world. Started in NGO and education, and now we're working mainly with corporates. And we have just written a book called Who Killed Creativity and How to Get It Back. One of the key issues there is, as we were teaching the creative thinking sessions, we discovered a lot of people were coming that wanted to be creative, and they'd read all the books and they'd been to lots of other seminars and sessions, but there were things that were blocking them. And so we thought there's no point in adding another book to the shelves or another seminar on the topic of creative thinking if we don't address that issue.
Our background was actually being creative, so we designed educational programs that really engaged and involved people, and we wanted to do something that was very, very memorable, so that people 5 years, 10 years down the track could remember exactly what they experienced. It was a very kinesthetic experience. It was experiential learning. We used themes to engage people. We took them on journeys. And we found that that creative process became so appealing to our clients that they said, how do you become creative? How do you do this? And that encouraged us to think about, well, what was the creative process that we were going through? And we started to break it down and started to analyse it and try to understand it so that we could teach it to others. And we started to teach creative thinking skills. Good and bad. There's definitely there's definitely a lot of synergy because we've grown through this process together. So we share a lot, all times of the day and night. We've got ideas that we can share. There's also that sort of the creative tension that is healthy, you know, so where we can actually directly challenge each other.
Well, one of us might come up with an
ideas.
idea and it might be a bit crazy, but the other one will then refine it, or alternatively, you know, the other one will come up with the idea and then we'll refine it. So it's been nice bouncing that off each other. We've travelled the world together. We got, you know, we met when we were 18, so it's been quite a long journey. And we've seen a lot, and I suppose we're connecting all that together now and finally accumulating it into a book and into a series of sessions and workshops. Well, we think that what's happened is we've heard a lot of the speakers talk about creativity will be the thing that will save us. One person said it's either, we're either going to embrace creative thinking or destruction. That's quite dramatic. But I think the wicked problem is that in our research, we've shown that as we get older, we lose that creativity. We still have the potential. We've taken it so far to make it memorable and made a CSI theme and said that creativity's been killed. Just to make it like a Cluedo game or a type of simulation. But really from a research perspective, we are seeing that as adults, as we move into adulthood, we do lose a lot of that creative ability thinking, and yet we absolutely need it to solve the world's problems. So that's the wicked dilemma that we need to face.
There are so many opportunities. Obviously, the more problems there are, the more opportunities there are. But the opportunities are to really start educating people from a young age that they can think creatively, to start giving them the skills to think creatively, because people who have creative thinking skills have better relationships, they're more flexible, they're better able to solve problems, they achieve more highly. So there's huge benefits personally, individually, for people who have those skills. And then obviously if we're building cultures of creative thinking and innovation, then those organisations are growing and they're transforming and they're moving into the future successfully, leaping ahead of the competition or leaping ahead of the challenges. And so that we're thinking into the future and addressing those problems before they become a crisis. And so once we start teaching those skills, giving that confidence, educating people, then I believe there will be real change.
And I think what we've seen in the past is organisations have often had a creative group, and it's sort of not my job, it's their job over in the room next door. The creative department. And they've narrowed it down to creative thinking is about being artistic, but actually it's about finding better solutions for the current problems. And what we wanted to show is that everyone needs to be involved in that process, whether you're the more artistic, creative person or a mathematician, everyone's involved. And what we want to try and do is help organisations raise an awareness of the fact that all people should be involved in the culture of thinking for solutions.
At every level.
At every level, not just a particular group shoved away in a corner while everyone else goes to work. Well, the whole idea of getting people together, and particularly getting heterogeneous people together with different minds, here we've got scientists, poets, corporate, government, is we're cross-pollinating ideas. One of our killers that we came up with when we were researching the book is that, narrow-mindedness and homogeneous groups, we tend to get very attracted to like-minded people, and therefore we almost believe our own talk, and social media is actually narrowing us down more. Our kids get their news from Facebook, from predictive, intelligence from the Facebook. We get our books told to us by Amazon based on the last few books we read. So we're actually getting narrower and narrower in our exposure. A conference like this allows cross-pollination, which is the critical part of creative thinking, for a scientist to listen to an artist, for a government person to listen to business, for business to listen to the struggles that government is facing rather than just criticise them. So to get people together from such different varieties, to me, is the beginning of the idea of really understanding creativity. We saw an IT person and someone that was had some research against IT up on stage last night. I would have loved to have seen it as a debate. A friendly debate, but that's what the sort of thing we need to be doing. Get both groups to say, hey, here's what we think, suspending our ideas and looking for solutions maybe from a different perspective.
Plus, I think we all need tools, we all need inspiration, we all need fresh ideas and information, and a conference like that is helping to provide all of that.